Hey friends, it's Hope, and today I'm here to do a non-spoiler book review over A Million Miles Away by Lara Avery. And now this is a YA fiction book following Kelsey, and Kelsey is an identical twin, and her twin's name is Michelle. At the beginning of the book, we find out that Michelle and Kelsey aren't very close. While they're sisters and identical twins, really the only thing that they have in common are their looks, and everyone has a really hard time telling the two apart, even each other's boyfriends. We also read at the beginning of the book that Michelle is bringing her boyfriend Peter to the airport because he is about to go overseas because he is in the army. On her way back, she gets killed in a car accident, and Kelsey really doesn't know how to cope with her sister's death. So then one day when Peter, Michelle's boyfriend, reaches out to Michelle, Kelsey couldn't bring herself to tell Peter that Michelle had died. So instead, Kelsey decided to play the role of her sister, especially because Peter was over in Afghanistan and he was just saying how hard it was and how he really missed her and how Michelle was the reason why he kept going on every day. So yeah, Kelsey is in a bit of a predicament. Alright, so let's talk about the characters. So we have Peter, who of course is Michelle's boyfriend, and I actually really enjoyed his character. He was by far my favorite character of this book, and he was just super compassionate and loving, and you could tell that he had really great morals. He was well-rounded. He really cared for his family and friends, and he was just easy to love. And then we have the twins, so Michelle and Kelsey. Kelsey is more of like the popular, outgoing one. She is on the dance team and really doesn't care about her grades too much, while on the other hand, Michelle is more of the serious, artsy girl who takes her studies very seriously and is pretty much in some of the hardest classes you can take in high school. There were, of course, some side characters in this book, like Kelsey's best friends, which I really didn't enjoy. I thought they were all very surface level. And unfortunately, I found Kelsey's character also pretty surface level. She was very one-dimensional. I didn't feel like she had a lot of depth to her character, and honestly, that was one of my major problems with this book. After hearing what the story was about, I was so intrigued and I could not wait to read this, but unfortunately I was very disappointed. I felt like this book was very rushed. You didn't have a lot of time to get connected to the characters, and the one character that I felt like you did have time to get connected to was Peter. But Peter was not the main character of this book. Kelsey was, and honestly I felt like she was kind of just betraying her sister, and I know that she was finding ways to cope with Michelle's loss, but this was just a very strange and bizarre way to do it, and I didn't like how she was doing this behind everybody's backs, and even the way that she kind of went about it, and to the extent of her relationship with Peter, and like never said anything, just really bothered me. Another thing that I didn't really like about this book and I found very problematic is the fact that everything worked out way too easily. Even when there was a conflict, it still like lasted maybe a page and then everything was resolved. So it was really quick, really unrealistic, and like I said, there was just not a lot of depth and time to get connected to these characters. I hate giving books a bad review, but honestly, if I were you guys, I would definitely pick up another book over A Million Miles Away, unless you are wanting something that is going to be pretty predictable without a lot of conflict and something super fast-paced. If you're looking for that, then go ahead, totally pick up this book, because that is what you're going to get. I mean, I know everybody has their own opinions, but those are just my thoughts, and I just think that there are so many other great books out there that are worth reading over this one, sadly, I know. So with that said, I am going to rate this book a 2 out of 5 stars. I will say that Peter was the redeeming part of this whole book, and I love the fact that we did see Kelsey struggle with Michelle's death in kind of a unique way, and while doing that she was able to kind of find her true self and kind of reinvent herself. So yeah, those are my thoughts on A Million Miles Away by Lara Avery. Let me know below if you guys have read this book and what your thoughts were. I may just have a really unpopular opinion, but I wish I really liked this book a lot better, but sadly I did not. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye!